In the far future, on Station Kepler-7, 10,000 years of galactic military history were stored in the Museum of Ancient Warfare. For Cadet Lisa Park, it was a prison. 3 weeks of cataloging dusty, obsolete weapons was her punishment for a bungled training exercise. While her classmates enjoyed shore leave, she was stuck in the quiet, dusty archives. But Lisa didn't mind. The quiet suited her. It was on day 12, deep within a storage room marked Classified Abandoned Technologies, that she found it. The weapon was about 4 feet long, made of a strange alloy her scanner couldn't identify. It was curved, elegant, with a single cutting edge that still gleamed after millennia of neglect. The museum's database was almost useless. It only listed it as Artifact K7734, origin unknown. Its purpose, a primitive melee weapon, abandoned due to inefficiency. Lisa picked it up. It felt perfect. The weight, the balance, it was like an extension of her own arm. "Cadet Park, what are you doing?" A voice startled her. Curator de Levan, an elderly ascendant with a dozen academic degrees, materialized from the shadows. "That section is off limits." "Sorry, Curator," Lisa stammered. This is beautiful." "What species made it?" Thelvan-S optical sensors focused on the weapon. "Ah, the failed experiment that was created by the Kreshva Dominion about 8,000 years ago. They tried to create a personal combat system but gave up on it. It was too difficult to master, too limited in range, and too dependent on individual skill." He waved a dismissive appendage. "Energy weapons made it obsolete within a single generation." "Can I see the training documentation?" Lisa asked. Her curiosity piqued. "There isn't any. The Kreshva deleted all records when they abandoned the project. They saw it as an embarrassment." Thelvan-S' expression seemed to soften. "Why the interest, Cadet?" Lisa turned the weapon over in her hands, feeling the balance point, the grip angle, the way the curve would naturally extend her reach. "Because I've seen this before. Not exactly this, but similar. On Earth, we call it a katana." 3 months later, the Galactic Combat Tournament was in full swing, drawing competitors from 300 worlds. It was the Federation's ultimate test of combat skill, where the best warriors fought with standardized energy weapons and protective gear. But this year, there was a strange entry. Cadet Lisa Park had registered with Artifact K7734. The registration officer, a Battlescarred Vraxian, stared at her entry form. "Cadet, this is a modern combat tournament. You can't use a—" "What does this say?" "A sword. The rules state any weapon from the museum's collection is permitted," Lisa replied calmly. "I checked. Yes, but that's for historical demonstrations." "Nobody actually." He paused, quickly scanning the regulations. "Well, technically, it's permissible, but you'll be at a severe disadvantage against energy weapons." "I'll manage," she said with a quiet confidence. Her first match was against Krelver, a Zantari champion who had won the tournament 3 years running. He confidently wielded a state-of-the-art plasma rifle. The match lasted 8 seconds. The moment the start signal sounded, Lisa moved. She didn't charge straight ahead, that was suicide. Instead, she moved in a diagonal advance, a technique her kendo instructor on Earth had called entering the void. Her body was in motion before Krelver's brain could even process what was happening. His first plasma bolt sizzled through the air, missing her by inches as she shifted her center line. His second shot was even wilder. Impossibly, Lisa intercepted it with the flat of her blade. The ancient alloy deflecting the energy burst harmlessly away. Before he could fire a third time, she was inside his guard. The match was over. The blade stopped a hair's breadth from his primary artery. Krelver stared, first at the sword, then at Lisa. What was that?" "Aigaijitsu," Lisa said quietly. "The art of drawing and cutting in a single motion. Earth's been perfecting it for about 800 years. By her 5th match, the tournament had gone viral. Every major network across the Federation was broadcasting the human cadet who fought with an ancient piece of metal, moving in ways that seemed to defy physics. Her footwork was minimal, yet impossible to predict. Her strikes came from angles that even advanced targeting computers couldn't anticipate. In the semifinals, she faced Drakthar, a four-armed Krillian weapons master who held galactic records in 7 different combat systems. "I have studied your previous matches," Drakthar announced, holding a different weapon in each of his forearms. "I have analyzed your movement patterns. You cannot surprise me, human." Lisa simply assumed her stance, left foot forward, right hand on the sword's grip, the blade still sheathed at her hip. "You haven't even drawn your weapon," Drakthar noted, confused. "I don't need to," she replied. "Not yet." The apparent arrogance infuriated him. He attacked with all 4 weapons at once, a complex pattern designed to overwhelm any defense. Lisa's response was pure muscle memory, drilled into her by 10,000 practice cuts. She drew, struck, and resheathed in a single, fluid motion. It was so fast it looked like a blur. 4 distinct clatters echoed in the arena as Drakthar's weapons, severed cleanly at their grips, fell to the ground. The Krillian stood frozen, all 4 arms tingling from the precise strikes that had disarmed him without causing a scratch. "Ito, Lisa," explained, "the way of drawing the sword. The fastest cut wins." The finals brought her face to face with the living legend, Champion V. He was a cybernetically enhanced warrior whose reaction time was so fast it bordered on precognitive. He had never been defeated. "Your weapon is primitive," Vergash said as they faced each other. "Beautiful, but obsolete." "Maybe," Lisa agreed with a small smile. "But here's the thing about obsolete technology, nobody remembers how to fight against it." The final match was the longest of Lisa's tournament run, lasting a full 3 minutes. Vergash's enhancements made him faster than any organic being could hope to be. But Lisa fought with something his cybernetics couldn't calculate. Instinct, centuries of human martial tradition honed into a razor's edge. She used distance, timing, and psychology. She would feint high to strike low, seem to retreat while actually closing the gap, making her blade appear to be in 2 places at once through sheer speed and technique. When it was over, Vergash's energy weapon was on the ground, and Lisa's blade rested gently against his throat guard. The arena, silent for a moment in disbelief, erupted into a deafening roar. Back at the Museum of Ancient Warfare, Curator Thelvin watched the broadcast, utterly stunned. On-screen combat analysts were frantically trying to understand what they had just witnessed. This human cadet had taken a weapon considered worthless and turned it into the most feared tool in the galaxy. He pulled up the file for artifact K7734 and added a new entry. Note: weapon not inefficient, requires Death Worlder physiology, reaction time, and dedication to master. Recommend permanent loan to Cadet Lisa Park. Also recommend we investigate other failed technologies in human hands. Lisa Park became the youngest tournament champion in Federation history. Military academies from all over the galaxy sent requests, begging her to teach the sword arts. She accepted some, but always taught the same principle her sensei had taught her back on Earth. The weapon is on what makes you dangerous. The thousands of hours of practice make you dangerous. The weapon is just the tool within a gear. 15 other obsolete weapons were retrieved from galactic museums and bonded with human practitioners. Spears, bows, axes each. One a failed experiment from some long-dead alien race, and each one was transformed by human hands into a high art of combat. The galaxy learned a valuable lesson that day. Just because a technology is ancient doesn't mean it's obsolete. Sometimes, it just means you need the right warrior to unlock its true potential. And as it turned out, humanity had been creating those warriors for millennia. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.